you have a state perspective that I probably don't see the committee in that level. I see some of our county committees, in my opinion, are lost sight of what the mission is.
Oh, absolutely.
Recruiting, electing, and supporting good quality candidates. We seem to have gotten so high on this web of Paris and Disney World and the election that we forgot and are not focusing on what our primary goal is. We don't have that I'm aware of. Filing is just in a couple of weeks. I don't know if we have anybody running for any school board spots here, for JP and for our city council. We've made some progress there, big progress there, but we're not done. But we seem like we're distracted. What do you see statewide? Is that true statewide, you think?
Yes.
I have a question about your county committee, because I remember a few years ago, y'all had a big conversation about the platform. And, you know, the Republicans have to, and I think John Cooper, you know, called the county committee members communist or whatever. I mean, what's happened with that? What's the status of having that position in the county committee?
John Love.
Well, I know he left, but the county committee still say, you know, you've got to go by the platform and we're not going to support this candidate. Is there any teeth in that at all? Is your committee still doing that?
Well, and it's hard. It's hard to. But if you don't do it, you know what you're going to get, because the trans Republicans always have somebody to file.
Well, you know, our county committee, if you look at the statewide electorate, and I think at the JP City Council, we don't have a lot of call to question our elected officials on many things. They voted pretty well for the platform. Now, when you talk about some of these other issues, Sarah Dunklin versus, you know, there's some discussion there. But if our main job is to recruit quality, conservative Republicans, Craighead County's done a pretty good job. We're one of the most conservative voting counties in the state. We rival Washington County. And you can
I think that's right.
But, you know, as far as
Benton County's going to go the other way. It's like the Republicans, you know, Benton County and Craighead County, it's going to go like that, Republican. It's all the Walmart people from New York and they're coming in, bringing their voting habits.
I just wonder, from you guys looking at the state level, have we been distracted in looking over here? Because part of our opponent's strategy is to distract us with this stuff. We forget what our primary mission is. We don't have anybody running in our county that I'm aware of for school board, for city council, for JP.
But again, now that is what I spoke to originally is, you know, you can get people elected at the city and the county level and, you know, do really good. We did that. We got 13 out of 15 elected, and there was 2 districts that were really bad, so we both ran just because nobody else did. Thankfully, we lost. 13 Republicans elected, and that lasted about, you know, two sessions, and they, you know, they all, you know, so, you know, 5 minutes after you turn your back, the state or the city or the county will be right back where it was. So, ran them in with the state. The state government ran them in. Now, you said we talked about, and I've heard this ever since I've joined the Republican Party, which is fairly recently. Is our job is to elect as many the best qualified Republican candidates. Well, who decides what's best qualified?
Voters.
They don't know anything.
Well, I mean, if the county committee is to recruit and elect them, get them elected, the best Republican. And so what defines the best Republican is what Joe's saying. And so
People tell you what you want to hear.
the article that we put out, Republican State Convention, yes, State Committee, no, is all about how important is the platform. And it seems to be statewide more important to the county committees than it is to the elected officials. And so, you know, if that's the heart of the thing, you know, where's the battle and where can we engage and win? Joe says don't fight unless you're going to win. And so when we focus on the platform, you know, to promote that and to look for every opportunity, I mean, what we have started doing during campaigns is to have heroes on the platform and those who ignore the platform. And Joe talked about the state senator who lost, and that's because we went out and we showed that his opponent was a hero of the platform. And Sturge was ignoring the
There's
platform.
Sturge.
Sturge
And
Lurch.
the county committees rose up and, to the outcry of the state executive committee and said, we're not going to endorse this guy. He's not going to be, what's the
We're
term?
not endorsing.
What's the
Not
term?
recommended is the
We're
term.
not recommended.
Yeah, more counties
And,
should do that.
The counties can stand up, when you get hate from our state committee or feedback from the executive committee like we've seen happen lately, have to be doing good. Now, is that too much to focus, but you're focusing on candidates who are gonna stand on the principles of the Republican Party. Now, it just so happens, this is not my Bible, I saw it lying here, but it's just like anybody who's a Christian, and forgive me if this might be offensive to you, but when I'm thinking about Christianity and someone's a Christian, they're a Christian because they believe in the doctrines that are put in this book. That's why we call them a Christian. Now, when you're a Republican, I was under the understanding is that you believed in Republican principles, Republican platform, and that's what you went on is electing people who believed in those principles. So when you don't believe in the Republican principles, why are you running as a Republican? That's where we're all confused. And so when, Womack says, there's one problem here, we need power, we're going to get it by getting more in our camp, and we'll all vote that way. I don't care about playing with people that want to do that. Because I don't want left-wing politics being what I'm going to endorse so that I can be in control of it. Who wants to drive that?
You got a question, Matt?
Another question, maybe along